What's up everyone? Got another Death Runs video for you. I've been playing a lot of World of Horror lately, and tonight I wanted to focus more on the investigations. I've got a few videos up of me beating the runs on hard mode, and sometimes I've had to cut some corners on the investigations that I've been playing just because I wanted to get to the end. So let's jump in. Continue. We're gonna do hard mode, quick play, City of Shiokawa, Japan, 1980X. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. Okay. So, we've got Kathak Atarasu. So every time you play, you get some kind of old god that will affect some of the, like, the world status in game. So old gods rule. You can't escape from combat encounters. It's probably not the worst thing, not the worst status that you'll have to deal with. Sometimes you will have to run. It helps to run with some of the enemies later on in the game, especially during hard mode, but we can deal with it. We've been there before. Okay. So let's Alright, let's jump into this. We got a spell here. Combat, deals 2 damage, gain 2 stamina. Okay. Do we have any allies? Alright. Cool, cool. Alright, let's go home. Someone has crammed your mailbox full of animal entrails. They know. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay. So let's just start this out. Let's just jump right in. Let's see what's going on. And let's check out what investigations we got this time. I want to give a big shout out to Fluid Grace. Thanks for following my channel. I jumped on tonight and I was going through my streaming software and I was like, I saw that your name popped up on the stream and I was really excited. That was cool. I appreciate you jumping on. So we have Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Okay. Freaky feature of found footage. That's cool. That's one that I wanted to finish with the good ending that I haven't done yet. Curious Case of a Contagious Coma. That's got an interesting ending too. Alarming account of abnormal arms, alright, and chilling chronicle of a crimson cape. So these 3 investigations I have not had the opportunity to really flesh out, because usually I'm in the middle of just trying to get to the end. I'm trying to reserve stamina and reason, basically my health in game. So last time I played, I mentioned that I was going to try to figure out if there was more than 4 old gods. So I did a little research. I think at the moment there's only 4. But I got into this trip about some of the investigations, and let's see, let's just go. Okay, let's jump into These are all very cool. I'm trying to think which one might be the best one to start off with. Let's do the freaky footage. Freaky feature of found footage. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore and legends of the nearby forest. Okay. Now, on the first anniversary of the event, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He claims to be a private investigator hired by the parents of the students. Except the parents of your friends didn't hire him. Who is he, and what did the students discover out there? This mission is like a Blair Witch Project. You end up having to. It's a long mission. So one thing I found out recently, and I've been avoiding, these side missions are really important for succeeding and getting like the completed ending. This particular mission, I don't think I have to do the side missions. What I want to do is, okay, I don't have any funds. I need to go to the hardware store and I need to pick up a can of acid. So let's see something real quick. Alright, no weapon either. Alright, so let's just go to the school and investigate. Actually, let's go to the schoolyard first. Let's see if we can find some allies to run with us. Something off about them. They look fine. They seem relaxed. If there's something off about them, sometimes you get some kind of status penalty on your character stats. Let's take a chance on. They seem relaxed. Let's see if we can pick up this dude. And let's see if we can grab. Let's see if we can grab her. Sorry, I don't. Okay, let's tell her. We don't know any good stories. Alright, let's find out student D. Okay. Maybe my assessment of the. I'm gonna have to get rid of this dude real quick. Because my knowledge is pretty good. I just got gypped on my own strat. Alright, we'll figure this out. Let's investigate this school. A tall woman with an unsettling face and twitching lip stops you. Okay. So if you decline in this situation, you end up. She's gonna keep forcing you into it. I'm just gonna help her right off the bat. Okay, luck check failure. The creepy substitute teacher hands you dusty. Okay, rancid smell from out. Okay, lost 2 stamina from that. The notes mention a village not far from your town. You decide to take a bus. Okay. So it wants us to investigate the downtown. Okay, the only metro line in... Okay, so... I might take the ride. There's a chance I might run into an enemy. Let's see what happens. Something is clearly wrong. There are no lights inside the car, and all you can see are countless handprints pressed in the windows. Okay. I'm really getting my ass kicked right now. I need to get some funds, and I need to hit that hardware store. I'm trying to think if I can't make some funds before we reach the end. Because I'm not going to have an opportunity to... Let's see, I can go to the hospital. Okay. Go to the doctor's office. And I can actually steal a bottle of painkillers. Okay. So let me see how much I can sell these for. I can sell them for 1 fund. All right. Now let's go. Let's see. There's got to be one more spot I can go to purchase. Okay, I can. Oh, you know what I should have done? back in my home, I could have procured $1. If you go in to change clothing in your room there, if you go to change clothes, there's like a money box that you can catch $1 from. Let me see if I can't. I'm kind of hesitant to continue investigating like this without being able to get the item that I need, but let's see if we can't just get it along the way somehow. No one answers when you knock at Professor Takuchi's door. This is odd, since he's normally punctual about his appointments. The smell of blood tells you that something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and make your way inside. There's no sign of the professor, but the quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt. Okay, so let's scavenge the room for useful items. You rummage through the drawers, trying to find anything. Okay, so I got one item. We got the library book. Okay. I can get 10 experience if I use this. Let's go... Oh, damn it. Okay. I was really hoping I'd be able to go to the hardware store before that happened, but... Okay. Let's complete this mission. And I can still get a little bit closer to what I wanted to accomplish this time, but... The trees overhead block the sunlight, and you begin to feel gloomy. Alright. I am really getting served this time. Wet splash behind you makes you stop. You slowly turn around to see a young girl slowly walking in your direction. In her eyeball, there's a swarm of worms. Okay, so it's the worm girl. Okay. So I don't have a weapon. Let's, how much damage? I do 2 damage. Let's see. So this is my sequence bar. I have to fill this with hits. With attacks. So I can only do 6 damage at a time. So let's do this. Let's look for an improvised weapon. Then let's give her a good kick on the way out, just for the hell of it. Okay. So I found a branch. Let's equip that. It's 3 damage. Alright. It's kind of bad, but it's just what it is. Let's see. Let's do... I really wish I had the baseball bat right now, but we'll make do with this. Let's see, 4, 6. So these attack boosts just increase the percentage of... increase the chance of me hitting. Let's try that again. Nice. Come on. I'm gonna actually end up taking those painkillers now. Okay. 3 damage. 4. Let's do... How many of these can I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright. Let's jump into another part of this forest. I really don't know how many of those little points you have to click. It said that a famous priest died on this rock. Perhaps his mysticism has seeped into it. So, every event in this game is like an RNG roll. There's like some kind of stat roll that takes place. I feel like if I leave, if it's too risky, I'm going to take some kind of reason damage. But if I tap into the power and the roll succeeds, I'll probably get a spell out of it, and I'm willing to take that chance. Touching it with your hand, you feel a newfound knowledge forming in your mind. Okay, let's gain the spell. What did we get? Abolish. Lowers eldritch enemy damage by 1. Costs 3 stamina. That's kind of cool. Even though it does a ton of stamina damage to me. Okay. Let's jump. So you've got what? 6, 9, you got 12 squares. Oh man, I wish I had grabbed that can of acid earlier. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble on a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing. Okay. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble on a small forest shrine. So if I pray... Oh boy. I feel like if I pray to this, I'm going to... If I destroy the shrine... Man, if I pray to it... Oh boy. Let's destroy the damn thing. You topple the evil-looking statue. Nothing seems to happen, but you have a terrible feeling about it. Okay. So that brought my doom up a little bit. It's alright. It's alright, it's alright. All the paths look the same. Are you lost? Yeah, I'm definitely lost. Let's take out another square. Oh, wow, I found it. Okay. The rumored witch house seems empty. In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at the large hole in the ground. On the table next to the camera, you see 3 cassettes. Each type... Okay. Normally I've taken the cassettes and ran. That was the most logical thing I could have done at the time. On my last runs when my health was really low. Never peeked inside. So I'm gonna peek this time. I don't have the can of acid. I need the can of acid, but let's just find out what happens. You kneel down and lean forward to see what's inside the hole. It takes a while to process what you're looking at. It's a gigantic eye staring right at you. Hypnotized, you continue to lean in, feeling weaker and weaker as the gargantuan beast lures you in. Okay. This is the can of acid option. At the very last moment, the suspicious tall man grabs you by the collar. He explains he's part of a cult protecting the house and the mysterious entity below it. You've got a bigger purpose than to die here, he says before knocking you out. You wake up a few hours later on a bus heading back to your town. Okay, that was ending B. Reward, okay. So, not what I wanted, but I will come back and get the ending on that one. There's something wrong with tap water, okay. Wow. Fantastic, so I can't heal. So we got the key for defeating that one. Let's go to change clothes. Grab that $1. Using the bottled water does. I don't think it does anything. But now that I can't heal at my home, I guess it's not ideal, but okay, we can deal with it. So let me think. Curious Case of Contagious Coma. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. Okay. So, the Contagious Coma. One thing I didn't completely understand the last few times I played is that there are side quests for each investigation that you do. By completing those, you will unlock things that can help you during the investigation to get the complete playthrough. Curious Case of a Contagious Coma. More and more people fall unconscious and cannot be awakened. People try and wake the patients up result with them falling into a coma themselves. Okay. A whole wing of the town's hospital has been dedicated for the comatose. Is there anything connecting these people, and how did this strange illness start? Okay. Wants us to investigate the school. I am going to go straight to the village. Investigate the village location twice to complete this quest. Patient 0. So, this is the village. Let's investigate the village. An old priest is performing a ritual to appease a local demon imprisoned underground. You're invited to join them. Okay, let's participate in the ritual. You've read about the ritual. Following the intricate pattern of steps, bows, and claps isn't a problem for you. Once the ritual ends, the priest thanks you and hands over an item. Ritual robe. So I gain an additional magic slot. Slightly too big. Yeah, usually the robes are a little too big. Okay, I'm going to investigate the village again. Bam. Putting your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing the big spider escape, you hope it wasn't poisonous. I don't know why you put your hand... Okay, an old man from the village hands you a package. This should help you understand the illness. Dust of Seeing. Okay, this is cool. So, momentarily renders invisible creatures partially visible. Use. Sets enemy power to 0. What is it? Okay, this is what I wanted. So, that was the side quest. Let's follow through with the main quest here. Okay. Investigating classroom. You carefully enter the biology classroom. The room seemed empty at first until you switch the lights on. You gasp in horror. Lying in a pool of blood is one of the teachers with a fruit knife in her hand. There's a jar of formaldehyde on the nearest table. Mesmerized by the spiral pattern on the sea creature's skin, you step over the dead body and come closer. And then the voices start. Forgotten specimen. Okay. Okay. 15. So this does reason damage. I still got the branch. I'm just gonna smack this jar around. Let's see, if I do 4, 8, 12, 16. How much can I do? 2 full attacks? Maybe 1 slap? 1, 2, 3, okay. Let's do attack boost, we'll do a heavy attack boost, and then we'll slap the jar. Alright. Let's see. Gotta do some math now. Knock it out in what, 3? Let's do that again. Alright, let's knock this thing off the table. So let's prepare the attack to guarantee the hit. I do 4 damage with the branch. This dude's done. Oh, drop something. Lump of flesh. Fabulous. All right. Medicine Eldritch. Use 5 stamina to flip this card. It's undulating slowly, so it increases my stamina. But then, how can I flip the card? I have a feeling if I take it, it'll do some kind of terrible status effect. Okay. Let's go back and rest a little bit. You take a short nap on your bed, okay. +2 stamina and reason. My doom went up a little bit, but that's okay. Continue. Reports mention a patient 0. Who could they be? Alright. Let's investigate the downtown. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and okay, so if I continue looking, I usually get a pretty bad, the outcome's not good. I'm not going to run in terror. I feel like that's going to do some kind of reason damage. If I confront the stranger, it ends up being one of the monks that work around the shrine. I think there's a roll for it. If I fail, they physically remove me from the property, and I get stamina damage. But if I succeed, let's see, charisma check failure. A priest from the nearby temple asks what you are doing. They literally throw me out. Okay. You have to sneak into the hospital and borrow the patient 0's information. Okay, let's go to the hospital. Investigate the hospital. Waiting room. You meet with your friend. Okay, so when you meet with this friend, don't ruin the calm moment. You gain 1 reason. Because you start talking about some fucked up shit. It's gonna get real. You've got the name and address. Let's get out of here. Okay. Let's investigate the hospital. You wonder what kind of animal this spider... Okay. Well, we had to unravel this and find some bullshit. We got a nice ring. What does the ring do? Let's put, Okay. Let's see if maybe we can sell something. Definitely not gonna sell that. Library book, I get, what, 10 experience? I could sell it for $1, whatever. Let's use the damn thing, we'll get a little bit of experience from it. Let's see what this ring does. +1 charisma, gain 2 funds. Alright, let's just wear this in the meantime. +1 charisma is not bad. It's not too shabby. Alright, let's investigate the downtown. Suddenly, a window behind you breaks with a bang. Startled, you noticed a masked man, hunting rifle in his hands. Silent and calm, the man loads another bullet in. I have never seen this before. Cultist Hunter B. Whoa, this guy does a lot of damage. Shit. Oh man. He is gonna fuck me up. What do these spells do? Oh god, I have never seen this before. Deals 2 damage, costs 4 reason. Oh man, I was not expecting this. Okay, let's use this. Deals 2 damage, gain 2 stamina, costs 4 reason. Okay, cast this spell. Let's, lowers eldritch enemy damage by 1. Alright, let's actually... I'm gonna probably end up forgetting that later. I can't run. Wish I could, but I can't. Okay, I actually want to get rid of this ally, because he's doing shit for me. Send against enemies, doing -1 knowledge. Get this guy out of here. So I did 1 damage to this guy. Okay. So just 4 stamina damage. So he's gonna kill me in 3 hits. I can do... How much damage can I do to this guy? 7. I could potentially kill him in 2. He's got a huge power level. Currently your chance to hit is lowered by 0%. And what's my hit percentage with the stick? Chance to hit 70, oh god. He does so much damage though. I feel like I have to risk it. I might just end up throwing this damn stick at him. Okay. Oof, okay. Damn. 10. Damn this guy. Why does he do so much fucking damage? Damn, I might end up having to eat this fucking lump. Damn it, let's try it again. Okay. Damn. Alright, what is this? 3? Okay, we can... Let's do something crazy here. Desperate struggle. Doubles all damage. Alright. Let's go back. Let's guarantee the hit. Repair it. Let's hit him with the strong attack. Do 8 damage. Launch it. Kill this dude. He better drop a gun. Thank God. Got this hunting rifle. Oh, man, this guy fucked me up. That man dabbled in magic. He found a journal describing a certain village and instructions for a summoning ritual. It seems that he tried to contact a being from the dream realms. Yeah, right. Let's rest 1 and get a little bit of life back. Lump of flesh. I know I'm gonna take this and regret it, but let's just eat the damn thing and see what happens. You gain a new status, bloated. Something is moving inside your stomach. Oh, fabulous. Great, 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 great. Okay. I might have to go... Well, how many funds do I have? Let's go... Ritual robe. Okay, I really don't need them. I don't need a magic slot, but ritual robe. I'm trying to think if there's some kind of event that I might need this for. I'm just worried I'm gonna have some kind of chest burster pop out of my chest now that I got something rumbling around in my stomach. And I got 2 really fucked up. So, okay, you know what? Let's just keep going and see what happens. Damage when shot, 16. Damage 5. Speed, 120. Chance to hit. Can I equip this now? Fuck yeah, dude. My reason's pretty low. Let's sell that spell that I wasn't gonna use. I really don't think I'm gonna gain much from this. Hopefully I don't regret that. Let's go back and heal again. I'm not 100% concerned with beating everything this run. I just want to get some of these investigations a little more thoroughly fleshed out. Okay, let's investigate the downtown. Seeing 2 chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder who's been preparing your food for the past week. Just call the police. There was something in your version of the events that didn't add up. You've been detained, but due to the lack of evidence, the police let you go after 48 hours. Wow. The quarantine wing is guarded closely. You must find a way to sneak in. Let's do it. Sneak in, baby. Investigating sick room. Walking through the hospital corridor, you hear disgusting slurping sounds coming from a closet. Bloodsucker. No, she doesn't do a ton of damage. So what's this rifle do? Hunting rifle. There's 5 damage. Oh, I can blow them away with 7 damage. Alright, let's smoke her. Nice. Oh, they regain health. But she bit me. But she bit me for 1 damage. I don't know if it calculated. So let's do... Can I do 2 shots? Come on. Alright. Let's level up here. Faster combat actions for each ally you have. Knowledge. Extra damage against human enemies. Yeah, let's take that. Let's raise the luck up a little bit. I don't know why, but I feel like that seems to come in handy. Cool, cool. Let's investigate the quarantine wing. You've managed to sneak through the floor, avoiding the police, and finally reach the quarantine wing, where all the coma patients are brought in. Their pulse is slowly weakening, and the blood pressure dropping. You must hurry. So normally, you would investigate, and you wouldn't come up with anything. But now that we have Dust of Seeing, this happens. Following the old man's advice, you throw the Dust of Seeing in the air. It reveals weird elongated monsters hanging from the ceiling, one above every bed. Each creature is connected to a patient with an undulating tendril. As you try to process everything, one of the disgusting creatures raises its head and looks in your direction. I don't know what this option does, but I got a gun, so I'm gonna blast this dude. The creature causing the contagious coma plaguing your town has taken notice of you. You must defend yourself or perish. Okay. So he does 37 damage. So I'm gonna first throw this damn stick at him. And then I think I can actually. I've got a special option here. Unplug life support. The monster seems to gain its strength from the sleeping patients. Unplugging life support of one of them will weaken it, but kill that patient. Okay. It deals 15 damage to the Dream Devourer. So even if I'm doing full damage to him, 14, 21, 28, that's 4. It is 2 damage. 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know what he's going to attack. I might try to hit my reason because it's weaker. Let's see. If my shots land, but I don't know if they will. I feel like my best bet's probably to prepare these special attacks. Okay. Let's see, so 7, 14, 21. So in 3, so 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I will survive, but I'm gonna be really fucked up. Okay. Just keep going. It'll work, but okay, do it again. And here's the last one. Blast this dude. Just pop him right off the ceiling. Resolve combat. The creature's severed body falls on the floor and starts melting slowly. The remaining part slithers back into the now closing hole in the ceiling. You've managed to catch a glimpse of the other side. The other side makes you fall on your knees. It wasn't body. You've managed to cut off. It was just a finger. Shaken, you sneak out from the hospital. One thing is certain, though. It's the end of this weird illness. Curious case of a contagious coma, ending A. Rewards for... Okay, cool. So that is the ending A of Contagious Coma. There was one more blacked out option, but I don't know what item that is. Maybe could be that's something I'm gonna have to look into. Roads leading out of town were closed by the police. You have to find a new way out. Okay. Okay, so I am ferociously fucked up right now. I've got one reason and 3 stamina. Alright. I'll just have to... I feel like my biggest priority at the moment is just probably focusing on fleshing out the Crimson Case investigation. Because I know the Abnormal Arms case always ends the same. Far Out Fable of the Fear Festival. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this first. And I'm going to do this because I know I can regain a lot of my stamina and reason during this investigation. Okay. Let's continue. So you have 2 options here. You can go to the Weird Village, or you can check out the inn, which is your room. The good thing about the inn is that you can relax and gain 1 stamina and 1 reason, or you can use the onsen, which regains stamina. Let's relax. Okay. We could go back and enjoy the festival. It's a free action. Let's go back, relax again. And why not? Let's do it again. Our doom percentage is going up a little bit, but that's alright. Day 2, a weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything and get ready to go back to bed, when suddenly the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. Okay. So let's go back. Let's relax again. Okay. And just for the hell of it, let's do it one more time. And let's begin just going straight to the forest. In the forest, you hear faint whimpering in the distance. When we find it, you discover a wild dog held by the hind leg in a bear trap. So last time I helped the dog. There's a role on this, but if you succeed, you get the dog as an ally. So my knowledge and charisma are pretty high. My strength is low. Let's find out what happens. Let's just see. Luck check, success. You free the injured dog. Thankful animal follows you. It's cool. So I got a dog ally. Day 3. Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They are talking about something awakening at the next dawn. Perfect. Let's see what this dog does. Higher chance of finding items after combat. Oh, perfect. He's a happy little dog. So I think I want to heal again. I don't care if the doom keeps going up. And let's go back to the forest, to the stream. Dropping tree branches hang over the path, framing it in an almost macabre way. It's almost inspiring. I think if I get a grip, I'll lose reason. Let's get lost in thoughts. You get completely lost in your thoughts and fall into a hole that was clumsily covered with branches and leaves. Who set up this trap and for whom? Someone was trying to kill you. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? Let's explore the festival. Okay, everyone got jacked up at the festival. Trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to an outskirt of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. Okay. So let's explore the forest. What you thought was just a discarded pile of clothes suddenly moves. As it stands up, a cloud of white powder is released into the air. It is the Spore Man, the Kinoko Gatherer. Okay. So let's see if we can't smoke this dude. He does 1 damage to all. So if I 7, 14, 21. So I can knock him out in 4 hits. So he'll end up doing like 3 damage to me. That's okay. He's like a... It's like if you had some kind of a festival goer from Electric Forest who ended up eating some bad mushrooms. Or you took the wrong acid at Camp Bisco or something. You're gonna end up either running into this guy in real life or seeing him when you're tripping. Okay. Solve combat. Alright, 3 actions until sunrise. What's shit. Let's rest at the camp. It's gonna give me a lot of doom, but that's cool, that's cool. Just go straight to the clearing. You discovered an old campsite located on the edge of a small clearing. Okay, so if I search the tent, I'm gonna find something I don't want to find. Let's investigate the ground for clues. Shit. Did the wolves learn how to walk on their hind legs? That's not a question I want an answer to. Ooh, baby. Only got 3 reason. Gain. Let's just do it. Let's just investigate the clearing. A sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Okay. I don't have the flashlight, but let's try to decipher them. Okay, that's one event that doesn't do any damage to you. Alright, here's the factory. Let's check it out. Okay. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people you've seen from Inn's window. Tied up, they bring you to the cult leader. We knew you'd come. You hear a raspy voice, your aunt's voice, coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards door behind him. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice. I don't know what this option does, but I'm gonna struggle. And there's nothing I can do here, but just click the screen. With a loud bang, the ancient horror disappears and the high priest falls to the floor, grabbing their shoulder. The last thing you see before blacking out are the beams of flashlights and a hand of police officers saving you from fall. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual. Blood and eldritch being. Village is abandoned. With no trace of blood anywhere, you are the only one seeing the ancient horror. So this is the ending A of the Fear Festival. I don't know what that other option was. There was like a darkened option to do something that wasn't struggle. But maybe that's something I can focus on the next video. Okay. So, the friendly dog disappeared last night. You'll have to find a new place to buy equipment. Alright. Well, let's level up. Okay, allows switching equipment. What's this? Defeating an enemy regains 2 reason. That's pretty good. I'm gonna pick that. And then let's boost. Normally I'd pick luck, but I feel like in this situation I'm probably gonna have to boost something. Then let's do the let's just boost the reason. I got one fun. Let's do this. Let's go in. Got this robe. Let's just sell this robe. Okay. And let's sell... No. Let's go to the hospital. Let's go home. Find another key. Okay. Found the key. Don't have anything to charge. Alright. Can't take a bath because the water is all jacked up. Let's go back and investigate here. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. That is the one that I want to do. I just hope I have enough life to get to the end, because I know what I'm going to have to... Okay. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally a harmless fun has turned deadly. A body of a boy has been found last week. School director has banned the game, but it only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses and is going to complete the dangerous dare. Okay. The man in a red cape. Gather gossip about the current mystery. Okay. So I imagine I probably have to go to the school. Okay. Alright, let's figure out what I need to do here. I almost... Gather gossip about the current mystery. So do I go to the schoolyard to gossip? No. Let's see. Latest gossip. How did you do in your English exam? Okay. I thought I did okay. I feel like that's not... Let's see, let's leave. Gather gossip about the current mystery. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses and is going to complete the dangerous dare. How would I go about getting gossip about this one mystery? What does this knife do? Forced to help you, okay. Oh, I see. Latest gossip. Recently, the tap water in my entire neighborhood started tasting weird, almost like... Okay, how about this one? When Akamanto asks which paper do you want, you must refuse anything. Oh, interesting. Hachi is taking his pen apart and putting it back together over and over. They look nervous. Okay. You've heard some versions of the legend. Everyone agrees you can't take anything the man offers you, though. Okay. Yeah, because he has an interesting offer when he does offer you something. And he's going to either offer you red paper or blue paper. And the last time I played, I picked the red paper. And he stabbed me in the stomach for 5 stamina damage. I imagine if you take the blue paper, he's gonna do some kind of 5 reason damage to you. Okay. So, I'm gonna go to the hospital here, and let's... Oh god, the spider bite got worse. Infected wound. I'm still bloated. Something's moving inside your stomach. Okay, let's do, let's sell this ring. I think it's giving me charisma. Let's just sell it. Use. Gain some cash. Let's go to the doctor's office. And the infected wound, dexterity and perception. I'm really worried that whatever this bloated's gonna turn into is really bad, but it's just oh. Oh, that's reason. Okay. Let's heal the wound. Surgery. Okay, stable condition. Nothing happens. Okay. And let's go to the pharmacy. Okay. Pharmacy and... Let's see. Prescription pills. Pain medication. Plus 4 stamina. Let's buy the pills. No. Let's just buy the pills. Let's buy the pills and take them. Use them. Okay. Again, I'm not too worried about my Doom. I wasn't completely concerned with getting a complete run through this time. I just wanted to flesh out some of these investigations. Let's investigate the school. This door shouldn't be here. This door shouldn't be there. It shouldn't lead anywhere. More importantly, it shouldn't pull you in. Let's go in, because I feel like if I try to resist it, I'm going to take some kind of reason damage. Slowly, you enter the unknown. Lost in time and space, you drift in nothingness until something pulls you toward the light. A parasitic star is looming over the dying civilization. In this, the fate of our planet is this the fate of our planet as well? So, if I venture further into the desert, there's a chance that I can gain something beneficial. If I enter the destroyed temple, I can take a huge status hit, but there's also a chance I can gain some kind of special weapon. I already have the hunting rifle, which does a lot of damage, so I'm going to venture further into the desert, and hopefully the roll in this is in my favor. Okay, you trek through the desert. The trek through the desert is exhausting, and you finally collapse onto sharp rocks. Brain damage. -2 knowledge. +10 max reason. Curse. Mental. Brain damage. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that didn't work in my favor. You've reported it to your principal, who promises he will take care of it. With friends safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe there's a mention of Akamanto in the city's library. Alright, let's investigate the downtown. A sudden growl coming from behind a corner makes you stop. Okay. Ghoul. -3 stamina. Okay. Oh boy. She does a lot of damage. Costs 4 reason. 2 stam. I can gain 2 stamina. She has -3 stamina. 3, so she could take me out in... Oh man, this is really tough. She does so much damage. Currently, your chance to hit is lowered by 10%. Man, I wish I could run from this, but I can't. Let's see. My rifle does potentially, I could take her out in 2 hits if every shot lands, but what's the hit percentage on this hunting rifle? Chance it hits 80. Damage when shot 16. Man. Okay, let's do gain 2. I can do 2 damage to her. 22. Man, that's not favorable. Let's do this. Can I attack with these both? No, I can't. 5. Wow, okay. Succeeds. Combat skill. Let's do... Wish there's something I can throw at her. That's not good. Okay, let's cast this spell. Deals 2 damage. Gain 2 stamina for a reason. Okay. Let's cast it. And let's see what happens. Actually, if I can regain some of my... Defeating an enemy regains 2 reason. So I'm already at 5. I can potentially do 14 damage in 1 hit. Let's do this. Let's attack her once and see what happens. Okay, 15. So she'll kill me in 2 hits. Okay, let's do that spell again. Yeah. Cast the spell. 13. So now I can do Desperate Struggle. And I think we can do 14 damage if this hits. Nice. Okay. So that's definitely not ideal with reason there. Let's go back and rest. Let's just rest again for the hell of it. No? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Investigate the school. With the trail growing cold, it might be time for a different approach. Could a similar case have occurred in the past? A trip to the library might be a good idea. I find that studying the newspapers never does anything for me, so I'm just gonna skip this. One of the articles mentions a young doctor performing a life-saving surgery on a victim of a brutal assault. Okay, so it wants us to go to the hospital. While taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling as if something bad is about to happen. Elevator door opens. Elevator doors open, revealing a black mass of eyes and teeth pouring into the elevator, biting and suffocating you. Later, you wake up in a doctor's office. A nurse discovered you lying unconscious on the elevator floor. Fantastic. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all records with him. Why would he do that? Okay, so it wants us to investigate the school. The corridor is flooded by a black sludge that slowly... Okay, if I had the empty bottle, I could collect some of that sludge. I think if I risk going through it, I'm gonna get damaged. So let's take the detour. Better safe than sorry. So +2 doom. Alright. Principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. You must get in and save your friend. Okay. Investigating building. Something is wrong. You don't see anyone in the street. Okay. Resolve. You break the window and get inside the school and notice. The cursed toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Let's go there. Yeah, let's go there. So, feeling like you're on the brink of losing your mind, you decide to visit your parents' old friend. I guess that's in between the time you break in through the window and you're searching for the 3rd floor toilet. So if we lift the heaviest box, we take a stamina damage, but we gain reason, which is cool. I get some of that back. Okay. There's no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. So I should be able to... You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish squeak, the sound of rubber boots and an unknown liquid dripping on the tiles. You can see the top of his head. He's super tall. Okay, prepare yourself. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too high for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me, his voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? So if you pick red paper, he's going to stab you in the stomach for 5 damage. I don't know what happens if you pick blue paper, but it's probably some kind of reason damage. I don't want anything from you. He doesn't even know what to say to that. It's getting darker. The tall man in the red coat slowly takes their mask off as stall walls wither and rot and reality starts to crumble. Akamanto, true form. Oh boy. His true form sucks. -3 all. Man, he is gonna fuck me up. Okay. I might as well just throw the damn rifle at him. He's definitely gonna kill me. Let's see. Extra damage against human enemies. He is probably a eldritch monster. Let's see. Doesn't say, does it? Power. The stat defines your chance to successfully attack the enemy. Okay. I have a feeling there's not much I can do at this point. I can try to attack him, but I think he's gonna kill me. Even if I did, what, 7 damage? 7, 14, 21, 28. What? 35. I could kill him on the 6th hit, and by that time he's already depleted my reason in 2. So I don't think there's much I can do at this point. I can't run from him. Let's see. Drastically lowers the hit chance for the enemy. Okay. Brace for impact. Lowers the incoming damage by half and ignores any special attack. Regain 1. Okay. I can't run. Ask your ally to distract the enemy. If succeeded, faster combat action for the duration of this encounter. If failed, lose a random ally. Base chance 70. I don't know what the base chance means. If it's a 70% chance in my favor or if in the enemy's favor. Let's just try to dodge. Let's try to dodge these attacks. No. I'd have to get so lucky to do this, but he's gonna fuck me up anyway, so we might as well try. Let's see, attack boost. Let's do this. Let's try to dodge it. I'm gonna have to get super, super lucky for this to work. Let's see, how many can I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slap him. Okay, I dodged it. I dodged the attack. Oh god. Alright. I don't know how long I can keep dodging this, but we can keep trying. Dodge. Let's sell the spell. We can gain 1 stamina. No, let's save it. Let's save it for just 1 trip. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? Slap him. I'm running behind him and kicking him in the ass. Oh shit, he hit me. Something doesn't feel right. Okay, let's sell the spell. Let's see. Forget it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to hit him how many times? 2 damage? Oh my god. I'd have to dodge 5, 15, 16. I'm gonna get 16 successful dodges from him. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think I can do enough damage to him. Whatever, let's just try. Let's just see let's see how far I can get with it. Can I do 2 dodges? Fuck it. Let's try it. Oh man, he just fucked me up. Basking in the dying sun's morbid glow, your corpse continues to twist and warp, bringing you closer to your primordial perfect form. Soon the herald will take you to the shattered court, where you will perform and sing mad songs until the end of time itself. Oh wow, that's a pretty wild ending, so it's probably not ideal to perish in one of these alternate realities. You've perished. Cause of death, lost in the other world. Level 3, true believer. Incoming doom. Okay. So I got a little closer to, of the 3 mysteries that I played, of the 3 mysteries that I wanted to get the optimal ending, I was able to, wow, the freaky feature cassettes, I didn't have the can of acid, so I got the ending beat. The Dream Eater, Dream Devourer, I got ending A. I had to complete the side quest to get the Seeing Dust. And then this one, I was on the path to getting the A ending, but seeing how much damage and how much life he had, and at that point, I guess I just wasn't prepared to fight him. He has a lot of health. He had 34 health, and he does 3 all damage. He's like really fucking powerful. I don't know if I would need some. I guess I would have to. I had a spell earlier that would have lowered Eldritch damage by 1, but I don't know if he counts as an Eldritch enemy. Okay, let's try another run. Let's see if we can't get those mysteries. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. I had a spell earlier where I could cast it to lower the Eldritch damage, and I sold it on a whim because I guess I thought I needed the reason before the health for it, but then I guess maybe it would be ideal if I get that investigation again to face him earlier, like you're saying, instead of waiting until the end, you know, picking it as one of the last 2 mysteries. Let's see. Let's try again. Let's see what we can get. Thanks for the tip, by the way. I didn't know that. Okay. Hard mode. quick play. Okay. City of Shiokawa, Japan. 1980X. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new, unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. I didn't think I'd get Hatarasu again, but it seems like I'm not going to be escaping from any combat encounters. Okay. Let's see. What did we get this time? I've never played this character before. So we got the camera. So I can equip this to gain 1 knowledge. It comes with a bandage. Cool. Alright. Let's go... Let's see. Let's go... Let's check out what investigations we got this time. So, Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. Cool. Morbid Mermaids. Alarming Account of Abnormal Arms. So, I almost want to... I think I'm going to do the Morbid Mermaids first, only because when I defeat it, I can get the Fire Axe. And I don't think I have a better way of procuring a weapon in these other investigations, unless maybe I can find the baseball bat at the hardware store. But let's jump into this one first. And more of Morbid Mermaids. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He's collected every scrap of the legend about them in the school basement. Now his mind is snapped. He's decided it's time to make one of his own, using the bodies of unfortunate students as material. Okay. So I think there is like one... I think there's a side quest I can do if I grab the crowbar. I think if I grab the crowbar while I'm fighting him, I can open a manhole cover or some kind of... Let me see. Let's jump into this. Let me double check this. I want to make sure I've got this down. Let's see. Mermaid. So if I can grab the crowbar, I can probably open a manhole cover. I don't know what the side quests do during this one. Let's just jump into them and see what happens. Something pulls you towards the beach. A statuette, half buried in the sand, is calling you. Feeling your hand shaking, you take a step closer. So we just have to take it home. The statuette is surprisingly heavier than it looks. Mesmerized, you take it home and wonder where you'll display it. It's a bad idea. Yeah, no shit. Let's see. Okay. Let's jump back into the seaside. Let's knock out this side investigation. I don't know. Well, for this investigation, I know if I play through it, normally I'll get the ending A because I usually always try to fight the janitor. But I think if I can get the crowbar, there's an option where I can open a manhole cover. I think maybe during the fight, and there's like some kind of mermaid, or there's a mermaid in the hole where the manhole cover is. If I go through normally and I fight him, I'll get ending A, and I'll beat him. I guess ending C or D, I don't care about. I guess that involves like avoiding the fight. Is like the option to pop the manhole? Is that something that happens like during the fight? Maybe, let's see. I guess let's, I don't have any funds. So even if I wanted the crowbar, it's probably 2 funds. I've only got this bandage. Even if I sold this, I wouldn't be able to purchase it. Okay. I think I've definitely gotten the A ending before. I may have gotten the C ending at one point. One of the unpreferable endings fighting him. And I read about the manhole cover ending, whatever ending that might be. If I get the funds for it leading up, I'll try to buy the crowbar. If it ends up just kind of the story just continues on and I can't get to the hardware store, I'll just go through with it and see if I can pop it open during the fight. I didn't know I could do that before, so I'll keep my eyes open for it. Or if you see something and something comes up, let me know. So let's investigate the downtown. The roads seem to twist and turn when you're not looking. Trapping you in this neighborhood. Okay, I don't have the map. Okay, let's investigate the school. You stumble upon the computer room. This is a good opportunity to check the school's database to look for anything that might help your investigation. Let's check it out. Something's telling me just to leave it, but let's check it out and see what happens. I'm probably going to take some kind of reason damage here, because I'm going to find out too much about something that I don't want to know. Knowledge check failure. You find a curious folder containing photos. With rising horror, you discover that you're in... When I get there, let's do it. Well, you were saying that I can do it without the crowbar, but the chances are small. I guess, is it trying to pop the manhole cover without the crowbar? Is there a chance that the cover doesn't pop off? Or I guess is there a chance that the option just doesn't even happen without the crowbar? Because I don't know, I'm not sure if the event triggers... You're saying that during the fight, even with the crowbar, the chances are that you need multiple tries. Oh, okay, I see. So I guess the crowbar just increases your chance of being able to open it. Okay, let's try... Let's see then if maybe... Let's keep going with this and see if I can't procure the funds for it, for the crowbar. The corridor is flooded by a black sludge, so I don't have the bottle. Let's try Let's just take the detour, because I'm not going to go through it. Okay. You find a notebook containing handwritten and detailed notes about the swimming club itself and mermaids. Okay. Let's investigate the Morbid School. A nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotting fish guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. Cool, cool. Okay, you know what? Let's go to the hospital and we'll go to the doctor's office. Let me steal these pills. And let's hit up this hardware store. Let's see where it is. Let's see if we can't find this crowbar and pick it up. Cool, cool. What is it? 3 funds? Damn! Shit. I was hoping it would just be 2. Let's try... Let's see if we can't... Let's see if we can't get it back out and... Let me see if I can't get that extra bug before going in and fighting him. Maybe there'll be some kind of fight where I can pick up something or sell it. Or let's trade in some experience. Okay. Detective thanks you for the information and hands you the prize. So you can trade in 30 experience for 1 fund. Now let's go back to the hardware store. Got the crowbar here for 3 funds. Let's sell the bandage, even though that's something that I could probably use later, but... And we'll sell the painkiller. Okay, let's pick up this crowbar. Cool. Now I do have a weapon that I can use in the meantime. Let's investigate the downtown. Something is wrong. You don't see anyone on the street. You could have sworn it was crowded just a minute ago. You better hurry out of here. Okay, -1 reason. There's something wrong here. A weird apathy has seemed to infect every adult you ask for help. You'll have to deal with it alone. No prob. Let's investigate the downtown. Hearing footsteps, you turn around. Behind you stands a pretty woman in a sweater. Natural beauty? Yes, this is exactly what I need. You shudder seeing the weird woman reach into her pocket. So this is the woman who is wearing someone's face? Okay. Aspiring model. She does 2 stamina damage. So I guess it's a good thing that I picked up this crowbar. I can do 6 damage. So I can take, if I land each hit, I can take her out and maybe... What, 2 on the 3rd hit? Let's just gamble it and try to do a special attack and the normal attack without preparing it. Okay. Let's try it again. Alright. We'll prepare this one just to make sure it hits. So she drops some lucky earrings. Cool. I'll put these on. Alright, let's travel to the school. It's a bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man. Okay, so... I feel like if I choose Jar of Blood, he's gonna take stamina damage. He's gonna take stamina from me. Fondest Memories is probably Reason. So if I choose Peace of Mind, I think I'm going to get Doom, but he's going to give me 2 funds. Okay, I'm cool with that trade. Target location. Okay, let's investigate the Morbid School. You bust through the door to the janitorial closet, but it's already too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress, the upper part at least. A tail of a fish has been crudely sewed in place of her legs. She was too weak and died. you hear the mad janitor say. He looks you up and down. Maybe you'll do. Let's prepare ourselves. Stepping carefully over a corpse, the janitor picks up the bloody axe. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I see the manhole. Okay, I see this. Topple a lamp. Time needed. Story action. Spark from the broken bowl should set the highly flammable cleaning fluid on fire. Okay. Force manhole open with tool. Time needed. Try opening the manhole cover present in the janitor's office. So I'm assuming that the crowbar is automatically its stat or it being a tool is automatically being applied to that. I'm hoping. And I'm hoping I can get this done before he kills me. How many times can I do that? Okay, I can do it once. Let's see. Maybe we can just try to dodge him in the meantime. No, I can't dodge him. Alright, you know what? Let's just swing on him. Alright, let's launch that. Using a crowbar, you try to open the manhole. You bash mad janitor. Okay. Mangled hand. Attacking in combat deals 1 stamina damage to you. Damn, dude. Okay, so I guess I'm not even gonna try to attack this guy. Let's see. How much damage does he do? 2? God, let's just try to open this up. I feel like he might end up killing me before I figure this out. Okay, let's try it again. Force manhole open tool. Okay, let's do it. God, alright, let's try again. Let's see. Jeez, man, I really wish I had a little more stamina in this situation. I was not expecting to get taken out so quickly. Let's see. Try to open the manhole cover present in the janitor's office. Let me see. Let me double check something. I'm assuming the crowbar is being applied to this. At him. I'm assuming because it's equipped, it's being used. Okay, cool. Alright, well, let's see. Let's see if I get lucky in this one. Got it. Okay, I see. Cool. Thanks, I appreciate it. Alright, let's try it. Come on, man. How many times? Like, a manhole cover can't be... A manhole cover is not that heavy if you got a crowbar. But I guess if someone's trying to kill you with an axe, then it becomes a little more difficult to try to pop it open. Oh my god. You've successfully run from Mad Janitor. Could you imagine that bullshit? Oh my god. To your horror. But yeah, the random part is the reason why nobody's choosing this ending after getting it one time. I honestly didn't even know that that this was even an option. I never ran through the menus deep enough to see it. To your horror, a scaly hand reaches from the open manhole and pulls the screaming janitor inside. Oh, so he got killed by a mermaid. After a few seconds that feel like eternity, a grotesque, half-human, half-fish thing slowly emerges. It takes a long look at the mutilated corpses and sighs. He had a good idea about the two halves, it croaks. But the fish should be on top. Oh man. I wonder what this I really wonder what this darken option would be. I feel like in this situation there's not much you could do. But so there was a mermaid in the manhole. For what it's worth, police officers find you a few hours later. No trace of the mad janitor is found, but you will sleep a little better tonight knowing that the other students are safe. Ending B. Very cool. I appreciate your help. I had read a little bit about it, but I didn't know the details on it. So let's see what the old god status effect is now. A weird epidemic keeps staff at the hospital busy. Skipping the line will cost you more. Well, I did not know that it would take that many times to do it. And I was like right there on the verge, so if he got one more swing on me, I would have been done. He would have taken me out. So I think I just got lucky in that third try, but I also didn't know that I also didn't realize he was going to be killed immediately on succeeding to open the manhole cover. So I got lucky on that one. Let's grab this key. Let's see what we can I guess. Oh, I imagine it's probably impossible. I wonder what the status, what like the status roll on that is. Like every time you pick the manhole, there must be like a percentage that you would succeed. So I got it on third try with the crowbar. I imagine without the crowbar, it's probably, I mean, it's detrimental for sure. And he's doing what, 2 stamina damage, and I went into the fight with like maybe what 5 or 6 stamina. So maybe on a lower difficulty it's easier. I don't know why I'm doing the hard mode. It's like some kind of self-sadistic tendency. Alright, let's see if we can't. Let's raise the stamina. So we'll take a hot water bath. I think nobody checked the chances. There's just no reason to go for it. Yeah, I know. You also don't get the fire axe if you go with the ending B route. If you're trying to be a completionist, then it makes sense. Then you want to try to get each ending. But then with this game, there's these sub-menus and sub-options during the investigations and all these side tracks that you can get on that some people are going to figure out just by serendipity, by clicking on things and getting the right combination of tools. And then there's people, even just watching a playthrough the other day, there was someone who went to the hospital and went to the doctor to try to heal something, and I'm sitting here typing to him. I'm like, look, if you go through the bookshelf, you can steal a prescription pill bottle. And it just like blew his mind. He's like, oh, I didn't realize this game was that interactive. And it's like yeah, this game's got a lot of layers to it, and this game's been out for just a few months. So it makes you wonder if like maybe on the next update they're gonna do even more and put more layers to it. I've never had this character. I've never used this character before, and I almost got my ass kicked on the first investigation. So I don't think there's not much to him. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. I still need to beat this one. This was the Mermaids. Alarming account of new mystery enemies and new items are confirmed for the next. Yeah, I'm kind of like I feel like I want to keep. I'm gonna keep. I know a few people have gotten in before me and have solved all of this, but a new game for me, and like I feel like it's new for me, and there's there's some depth to it, and if they keep adding stuff to it, I'm gonna have a lot of. I have a lot of time. I'm not doing much right now. I'm spending time in my apartment in New York, and I can't go outside. So my quarantine time spent playing video games. So I'll end up getting to every far corner of this game at some point. And if they want to keep adding stuff to it, I'll keep playing it. So as long as I'm partially entertaining for the people who are watching it, then if it's worth it for you, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here doing my thing, you know. So I know the Fear. I've gotten the ending A in the Fear Festival. I feel like in the village. In the village, I've unlocked the sacrificial dagger for. So I've gotten the ending A for the Fear Festival. It really doesn't take much work, but leading up to it, there's another one of those darkened options where you could do one thing or another, one struggle, and then it takes you to the next screen where you actually fight, or you witness like the eldritch god that they're praying to, and then this whole altercation goes down, and then you get the ending A. Moonlight Sailors I've had one time before, but I know there's an ending for that. Let's see. Okay, so let's try the normal world record for the. I mean, what's I guess what's the time? Like how fast did they get through it? I feel like it's one thing to get through the game, to get to the end, to beat it. But then I guess under those circumstances, you're not really trying to flesh out because like I've definitely beaten it before, but there was like so many options. Yeah, that's crazy. 3 minutes and 36 seconds to beat the game on normal. I guess you're just trying to you're like really cutting corners, or if you have the option to escape some of the fights. But then I noticed too in the past, like when I beat it on normal and then I got through the lighthouse, like when I beat it on hard, then it gives me some kind of it gives me this status where it's like trial of blood. Then it would be like in quotations acid, or trial of blood, knives. And I didn't get that on the normal, and I'm like trying to figure out what that means. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. It began with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful from the belly of the ocean. A dark, writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it, not to be seen until one moonlit night when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away, a single lantern swinging at the helm of the captivated fisherman singing eerily to his catch. Now more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile oozes in their nets, and one by one they are disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. can beat this game in 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Part of that speed's got to be able to. You got to be clicking real quick to get through some of this stuff. Maybe there's like an optimal old god event too. And like if they're customizing the playthrough and they're picking the right god and the right characters, I'm sure there's like some kind of meta combination that you can pick that makes a lot of the things that happen in game much easier. I've just been jumping into the random seed just because I feel like adding that with the hard mode it's like a risk element that just makes things a little more like, it definitely makes it harder. I guess it makes it a little more exciting in some ways too, but discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. Okay, I don't have any items. Let's yeah. No, it's, well, if it definitely makes it a little more interesting. Character and god selection counts the time. Okay, interesting. The difficulty between the normal play and the hard play, I notice hard play, I definitely get a lot more events happening between just going between the schools or the different locations. Hard mode obviously is just going to be trying to pummel you more. But 3.5 minutes is incredibly fast. It's almost like, for as much depth that this game provides, it's like once you get through it once or twice and you kind of get the rhythm of like of the game, it's like you can see through a lot of it. Like some of the fights that you'll get into, some of the fights with the characters that you'll get into, it's like once you kind of get a feel for it, it becomes predictable in a way. But hard mode shouldn't be much slower. Just needs more tries to get a good run. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know, like, it's just getting that rhythm. I guess it's just getting that rhythm down. The update, I mean, all of this is pretty new to me. But, I mean, after beating this a few times over the past week, and then, like, even today I'm sitting here just fleshing out the investigations just to get, like, a little more depth out of the game. The updates will definitely add that layer to it that it'll bring me back. It'll probably bring a lot of players back. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? In the past, I've called the police. Let's follow the weird man and see what happens. Perception check success. The door is locked, but you repeat the knocking pattern the suspicious man used. A moment later, the door opens and a surprised teen with greasy hair asks who the hell you are. Mistaking these nerds for cultists sure is embarrassing, but deep inside you're relieved. The last time I played, I wanted to see if there was a way to unlock more gods. And if you go to the Pantheon from the main screen, you see that there's the 4 gods that are in the game, which are the Bloated God, the Spider God, there's like the Burning Relic, and then there's one more, there's a 4th one. But then there's at least like half a dozen more spots open for what looks like it'd be more gods. And then there's like a little like puzzle with like 4 rotating blocks that you can I don't know, pick a selection of patterns. I'm wondering if in time, if they'll just keep releasing more gods, or a way to unlock them. I'd be very disappointed if they stopped releasing content for this game. If they didn't add more depth to it. It would be a big letdown, because there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of open-ended potential for this game. Even between the mysteries, like there's like on-screen things that you can select. It's cool. It's like, although you brave the stench for hours, you glean nothing besides the fact the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit. Let's try to. Let's see. I guess I'm still just like surprised that I wasn't expecting to live this long. I'm surprised I survived the encounter with the janitor. I guess let's try to just like let's see. I went to the hospital and I already stole those pills. Let's just follow through with this. Let's see if we can't get an item or two and just and cast them off. The investigation is starting to take a toll on your health. You feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. How do you address your weakened state? I could buy a coffee. Let's see. Take a nap. Jog around the block. We have the shit. You know what? Let's do this. Let's take a nap. The world may be falling apart, but you really needed that. +1 stamina. Okay, +2. So let's do this. So I've got 3 funds. Let's just go. Let's shop for items. And let's do this. Let's see if we can't just buy 2 cheap items. Okay. There's got to be something I can buy for a fund. Let's restock. Okay, cool. So let's buy the salt. Oh, let's go back. Okay. Hopefully, maybe if I'm lucky, there'll be one. Okay, let's just buy the. Got a camera. It doesn't matter what I buy. Let's buy it and then discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. So let's ditch the. Okay, and let's throw the salt out. Very cool. You find a huge pile of nets and hooks prepared for the big hunt. You quickly throw them into the ocean. Maybe that'll stop them from sailing out. Cool. So let's investigate the mansion. You feel watched. You don't have the holy candle. You retreat from the room. -2 reason. The fisherman's wife lies in the kitchen, mutilated and covered with black marks. Alright, let's just keep investigating the mansion. You find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in an old block cabinet. So anytime I've read this book or tried to take it, I've taken damage. Let's just burn the damn book. You may never know what's inside the hideous book, but that's a good thing. -3 doom. Surely someone else must have caught one of these. You lurk around, hoping to spot one of them. Alright, let's go back. Let's go to the seaside. Something gigantic and invisible leaves a deep void in the sea. It's not moving, but you swear it's watching you. The young man has glassy eyes and mumbles his replies between caressing his catch. The beating movements in his arms disturb you. Okay, let's investigate the seaside. Walking on the beach, you spot a weirdly colored rock. It seems to be covered in some kind of black algae. Getting closer, you realize it's not a rock. Drowner Sponge. Oh god. This guy does a lot of fucking damage. Fill the combat sequence. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Crowbar. Oh man, I'm in a bad situation. 27. What's my max? 6? 6, 12, 18, 24. So I can kill him on the 4th hit. By then he would have taken me out. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna go down on this one. Let's try to. Let's try to dodge him. Let's get a hit in, just for the hell of it. Oh no. I dodged it. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's dodge that. Attack with your weapon. Cool. Let's do it. Oh no. Okay, he hit me for deal -1 damage in combat. Alright. Let's try to dodge it. Let's see if we can get through. Launch sequence. Oh man, I'm getting all fucked up. Alright, one more. This guy is a real punk. Let's try it again. That's it, I'm done. There's not much I can do now. Let's just try to attack him and see if we can get out of it. Yeah, that's it. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind is snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, that no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made these horrors disappear. No, they haven't. You've perished. Reason loss. Let's see. Well, I solved one mystery. So I think on this playthrough I did 2 runs and I was able to solve the ending B for the Mad Janitor, and with the Crimson Cape investigation I managed to get the alternate fight where I did not pick the red or blue paper. I was able to fight the true form of, let me see what his name is. The true form of Akamanto, who was really very difficult, a very difficult fight. And then, see, the creepy tapes, I did not have a can of acid, so I was not able to do that. I was not able to get the ending A. I'll have to go back and do that. There was one more. It was the Contagious Coma. So the I guess I sought out. I was able to flesh out some of these investigations. So the Contagious Coma, I was able to fight the Dream Devourer, and then the mermaid, the Mad Janitor, was able to open up the manhole and get the ending B where he gets killed by a real mermaid. So next time I pick it up, I will jump back in and just keep trying to unlock every corner of what investigations exist in the game now. So there's still a few investigations like the Hellish Household that I need to do, and I've only played through that one time. So I'll get up on this on the next video. But so far the game's been a lot of fun, and if you're watching this and you're getting something out of it, you're learning from it, then all this is worth it for me, and hopefully it's worth it for you. So if you enjoyed, follow. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe. I'll keep making more World of Horror videos. Maybe not at 4:40 in the morning, but they'll be up. You can find them on my channel. But until then, be safe, have fun, and I'll catch you next time.